Everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can install and run Windows 11 in Ubuntu Linux, and I'm going to show you every step along the way. It took me a while to figure it out, but I'll hopefully make it much easier for you. And let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you can just Google download Windows 11. Microsoft gives it away for free, and you might come up with a link like this. What you're going to do is search for download Windows 11 disk image. And this is important that make sure you download this in a Linux distribution, because if you download this from a Windows computer, you might not see this. It might want you to just upgrade your system or fix it. But if you want to download the ISO, try to do this in Mac or Linux. Okay, so what you're going to do is click on here, click that, and then go to confirm. And this is sometimes gives errors. Hopefully it won't give an error right now. Okay, so next what you're going to do is choose the language. It doesn't matter what you choose, you can always change it later. But for this video, I'm just going to choose this, English United States, and then go to confirm. And then the last thing is you're going to download it. And you can ignore this if you want, but these are called hashes. These are SHA 256 hashes. And basically what these do is they show, like, every file has a unique hash, and you can verify that your file downloaded 100% correctly if the hash matches theirs. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. So what I'm going to do now is show you the command line. Just going to show you here. So I did a command SHA 256 sum. So I've got this hash, and this hash is what I copied from the website. See here, I just copied that, and it turns out that it's the same hash. So thankfully it is 100% correct, at least from that website. And this shows that I have about 61 gigabytes on my NVMe drive, and I'm going to use about 55 gigabytes for this video. And make sure that you use at least 52, I believe, because Windows 11 might refuse to install if you have less than 52 gigabytes. At least that's something that I saw. Okay, so now let's set up the virtual machine. So you're going to go to New. So make New, and then give your virtual machine a name. For example, Win 11 VM. Then you're going to find the ISO file. And so we have the ISO file, and then this is where the virtual machine files will be stored. You can change that if you want, but it'll just go default like that inside your home directory. And then now I'm going to talk about something that's really important. It took me a while to figure this out, but this here, it says proceed with unattended installation. We're going to want to uncheck that, because in the next step, if that is checked, then we'll see something like this. And if you don't have the product key, it will refuse to install. And even if you do have a product key, the other way of installing to me is much better, and you can always add the product key later. So what we're going to do is uncheck this, uncheck proceed with that, and then you can specify the hardware. For example, I'm going to choose about 8 gigs of RAM, and let's go with 6 CPUs. And then here, like I mentioned, I'm going to go with about 55, and that should be good. Go with that. And I'm just going to double click on this, and sometimes this opens on another monitor, so I'm going to make sure this opens on the right one. But anyway, double clicking now. Okay, so this is good. So it's running, and I'm typing. I just typed a letter on my keyboard. And what this is doing is loading Windows 11. And again, You can change these later, but I think they default to whatever language you chose. And you can change that if you want later. And what I'm going to do is install Windows 11, so that's going to delete everything. But that's just going to be on the virtual machine. It's not going to affect your main system. So click on I agree. And then you can click I don't have a product key. And okay, so next it's going to choose, tell you to select the image. We'll just go with the default one, but you can change if you want. And then you have to accept some terms. I think if you decline, it will refuse to install. So you have to click on accept. Okay, that was taking longer than I thought. Okay, so here it says select location. Since this is a virtual machine, we can just use that. So go next and click on install. So this part might take a while. I'm going to pause this video and come back when it's done, but this might take several minutes. Okay, so it's changed its appearance now, and you might see this for a while. I think it's been installing for more than 10 minutes, maybe about that. And I'm going to come back when it's actually done. Okay, so I just heard the Windows sound, and this is what you might see. So again, you might have to change based on your region, but this is, I think, yeah, the default for US language. I don't know if this is connected to the internet, so anyway, I'm going to continue here. So as I mentioned, I heard the Windows sound. Fortunately, I wasn't able to record it. And I think it gives the voice assistant. We might hear the voice assistant. All right, I'm going to pause it. I don't know if this is going to take a while. Okay, so again, it's asking about keyboard layout. Yours might be different, but just adjust based on your computer. I'm going to skip this. And yeah, and I don't know why, but I do think this is slower running in the virtual machine than running I actually also dual boot Windows 11, but this virtual machine is, I think, much slower than directly booting. And yeah, I guess it does make sense, but sometimes virtual machines are actually faster than, or setting them up than the main one. Okay, so I'm going to pause this and come back to it. Okay, so it says your PC will restart, and I think it's going to come back. I'll show you when I'll show you the menu when it comes back. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is connected to the internet because my main system is. I guess I forgot about that. So anyway, it says you're going to name your device. So for example, I'll call it Windows 11 computer, Windows 11 comp. Next. And let's, I think this is going to ask for your username and password. I want to set up. All right, I'm going to pause this. This is taking a while. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so it says it's downloading, but actually I think you can just skip that. So I'll click on update later. Although I don't know if it might refuse, but hopefully it'll let me just skip the updates. Update later. Okay, good. It looks like it's going to let me skip updates. Okay, so yeah, sometimes it is a bit slow. I'm going to pause and come back. Okay, so I saw a similar menu to like before, and this is something where unfortunately Microsoft forces you to sign in with an account. I think with Windows 10 you didn't have to do this, but Windows 11 they force you to have an account. So I'm gonna either find one of my other accounts or make a new account to be able to log in. So yeah, you need to have an account to be able to log in, and if you don't have one, you can create it like that from there. Okay, I just made a new Outlook account, and I'm gonna log in with that. Okay, this is after I've put in my email address and password, and it's gonna ask you for a PIN. You can make a PIN that has letters as well, or you could have a PIN with just numbers. I'm going to have one with letters and numbers. Okay, so I just made a PIN, and hopefully this is near the end. I think it is. Okay, this is also taking a while. I'll come back when this is done. Okay, so it's asking for the privacy. You can just keep the default for now. Yeah, you can change that later, or if you want, you can disable it. Disable them. Okay, go to accept, and I'll come back when this is done. Okay, so I made an alias. Okay, so what you're going to do is set up as a new PC, most likely. So we'll do that here. And I'll come back when this is, okay, so I think this is actually done. I'll come back when it's fully loaded. Okay, so it says getting things ready for you. And I'll come back. Okay, this is another step that you can customize. You can customize your experience, but I'm just going to skip it. And I forgot what this setup looks like, but I'll come back when this, okay, actually this is done. You can use your mobile phone from your PC. I'm going to skip that. And I'll come back. Okay, and always have access to your recent browsing data. I'm going to say not now. Might have a reason to want to accept, but I'm going to say not now. And they're trying to upsell you. I'm just going to decline it. No, I'm gonna skip it as well. And skip. So yeah, this is a bit annoying. They're doing a bunch of upselling. I don't know if there's a way to skip the upselling. Okay, so I think it's finally set up. Let's just check out Microsoft Edge if it can go to okay, so for example, have it go to google.com and it works fantastic. And we'll say download Google Chrome, download Firefox. So these are things I'd always do. Just download Firefox and download Google Chrome. Those are the main two browsers I use. So in Windows 11, I would click on Download Now. And similarly here, Download Now. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was how you can install and run Windows 11 inside Ubuntu Linux with VirtualBox. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked, please subscribe or follow. Thank you.